All right, then the next part, again, just going over the different angles and the advantage that you could use with these bands that I think will help prevent falls amongst the senior citizens is whenever somebody's walking outside, maybe they step in a little hole and the ankle rolls, or they come down off a step wrong and you're on your toe and the ankle or the foot kind of goes. That leads to the ankle rolling, that could lead to a broken ankle, ankle sprains, or just the twist leads to the off balance into a fall, which eventually can lead into different and other problems that come with the fall. So from there, the way that we strengthen the ankles up, and the way to do this is just the different angles that we can get and the overload that you can put from the angles. If you take the band around your waist and you put that, you just wrap it right in the middle of the foot there. And if I put my foot out there in a chair and I just pull on that and I just work in and out with that ankle, I could turn it in there. And a lot of senior citizens, their ankles are so stiff, they're just moving right in here. This helps to really get those feet wider when they walk, to get balance in there. You can grab the other side, turn it up and down, move that ankle. You can get a lot of range of motion in the ankle from doing this and just kind of pulling. On a senior citizen, though, it might look a little different when they first start. I mean, some of them are here, then we'll notice after a few weeks they're kind of in here. I mean, my ankles are a little bit further. You're not going to start there, but that's kind of where you end up at. And then you could take it here and put it up to the ball of the foot a little bit more, forward and backward. Another area where they get very tight at is in this calf right here, and it really ruins the walking gait, and off balance and falls and things occur there. If you just pull back and hold, I'm stretching the calf, I work it out there. I can work the muscle in the front here, the tibialis anterior. That helps when you step to keep the foot arched a little bit. When you step on the ball of the foot, your foot has some plane or somewhere to move. If you can come down on that heel, and that tibialis anterior will get you the right step. If that's strong, that foot lands in the right spot. If I'm on my heel, I don't have a lot of room to roll. If I'm on the toe, that's where the ankle rolls at, which will lead to falls. So if I can get in there and pull back, forward and backward in there, if I cross it over, put it on the floor, work up and down, I hit the bottom of the calf muscle, the soleus, and I'm stretching in and out of that Achilles tendon in the back there, which gets tight as you age. That'll help loosen all that up. I can circle around in one direction. It works all the muscles in the ankle, circle the other direction, and that's just the advantage of these angles that these bands can put on you at different pressures that will help the angle and what you do. So now, in everyday life, if something happens, if I go, my ankle's already strong there because I trained it there, I stretched it there. It has a little bit more room in it than what it normally would. So like if I'm coming down a step or something, and if I miss a step and I come down and I just land and roll that ankle right there, a lot of times if that ankle's fine, if I've done something with it, it'll just, and I'm fine there when I land. I don't have a problem with my ankle kind of rolling up to the side and going off and things like that. So if they do that, that'll help prevent the fall too. Again, that takes a little bit of time to be able to kind of roll your ankle around. That's not something that comes overnight. You're going to need a couple months, or some of them might be a year, depending on where the ankle's at when they start, and how bad it is, how inflexible it is when they start. But so definitely the angles and things that we can work at through the core musculature, through the stretching where we can hit all the different angles, and that'll help loosen up the joint tractioning to help you stand, keep the feet wide, getting your posture right, in and out of the chair, helping your walking gait, coming down a step, and then training in different angles. I think if we put those all into the exercise programs that are out there, or at least part of it, the number one thing that I think is the best thing is the joint mobilization, because so many problems come off of when you have the tight hips and the tight shoulders, which lead to the arthritis, pain in it. There are no nutrients going to the shoulders. When you do fall, it's much more of a break, or much more susceptible to break the bone because it's weak. It's like a dead tree branch in there if it's not getting any nourishment. And a lot of times you'll see that people just try to not use a joint that is tight or that hurts. You really just got to stretch that out. So that's kind of where we think the advantage of what we've been doing and what we've seen so far, that we think we can add on to some of the programs that are already out there.